That's the other thing too. From Dynasty Warrior 6, Zhou Yu used the spear in that one. Obviously, he's always used a spear. But this battle art right here, this one here,
This'll do.
that actually used to be the original Musu tech from Dynasty Warrior 6.
Did you hear about our next move? It seems we're going to Lujiang. I don't have anything against Lord Liu Kang, but do we have a choice? Of course one can't know for sure, but if we don't accept the situation, we won't be able to fulfill our duties. We once had a naive belief that our struggle was a righteous one. After my father died, we all considered it a great honor to follow in his footsteps and guard the Imperial Seal. But now we have Yuan Shu ordering us around like dogs. I'm starting to wonder if it's really worth it. Well, it is something my father fought hard to protect. I realize we can't just let it go so easily. You know, I didn't come here to complain about my problems, but something about you just makes me want to talk. It's a good thing, though. I feel a little better now. You're the only one I can turn to for things like this. Thanks for being there for me.
Off to battle again on another of Yuan Shu's whims. I don't think we can take much more of this. I've never heard anything suspicious about Lord Liu Kang. He's just managed to rile up Yuan Shu somehow. During the attack on Shu, Yuan Shu demanded supplies from Lord Liu Kang, but he refused the order. He says this is about preventing further treachery. But it's clear that this is nothing more than a personal vendetta. If my brother is convinced it's good for us, then so be it. I can get through it if I know it will help restore the Sun clan. But even if Shang Xiang and I are on board, how much longer will everyone else put up with this? Without a cause worth risking their lives for, our soldiers are liable to desert. My brother knew that when he gave in to Yuan Shu's demands. So I suppose all I can do is trust in his decision. We will take the field as warriors of the House of Sun.
And you know, I just remembered something, and that is one of my favorite battles that takes place before Chirbi is the Battle of Guandu. I just realized I cannot do that battle anymore. I'm gonna assume that battle does take place in Origins, because it does take place before Chirbi does, and it's how Cao Cao is able to establish his territory along with his Kingdom of Wei in the north. Since I'm not allied with Cao Cao, I actually cannot participate in that battle, which kind of sucks. I wanted to experience that battle in Origins, so the only way I can do it is beat my current playthrough and then do New Game Plus, which I've heard is pretty amazing, by the way. And then I'll just do Cao Cao on that playthrough and then Liu Bei on the final playthrough. I also believe, I can't remember if Xia Pi, I think Xia Pi is actually Cao Cao, Sun Quan, and Liu Bei against Lu Bu. I'm really hoping I can still do that battle, because I really do want to fight Lu Bu. I'm getting ready for that fight, by the way. So who knows how much longer we got. We do this battle here, Battle of Lujiang. I'm going to assume the Battle of Xuchang, which would be Sun Ce's final battle before he gets killed. He doesn't get assassinated, but he does die in that battle, and eventually it is Sun Quan who takes over, and eventually he's the one who establishes the Kingdom of Wu. So let's see what happens. Also I'm quite over leveled at the moment, which is actually making some of these battles a little bit easier, but not really when it comes to fighting some of the generals.
I shall never bend the knee to a cur such as Yuan Shu. Liu Jiang will not fall so long as I am governor.
There is no need to attack head on. We'll take control of the garrison and surround the castle. Let's go. This fight is mine, and no one else's. Forward, men! Follow me! Let's get serious. Bear witness to my power. The enemy officer has been defeated. Take this! This location is the first step. Let's keep this momentum going!
We mustn't let the enemy gain a foothold here. Take back the garrison, post-haste!
So it looks like this battle's going to play a little bit different. They want us to capture all these garrisons first.
We took the garrison. We need to think about how to defend it now.
Amazing! The enemy officer has been defeated.
We cannot afford to underestimate this enemy. Ready the rear guard. It's time to move.
I see they still have some fight left in them. At this rate, we're going to be surrounded. First, we'll take the garrisons along the river. From there, we can take out the bridges with fire arrows. Forward march! Now we can focus on taking out this bridge. Move the arrows! Officer has been defeated.
How dependable you have become now. It pleases me to see how well you've taken to leadership.
We've rallied to some
enemy
extent.
officer
Yet,
has been
there's
defeated.
no telling how things will go
This
from here.
territory.
Destroying bridges to keep the enemy at bay. The enemy general is certainly bold. But we cannot let their schemes go unchallenged any longer. Mobilize the army. Defend the bridges.
Good eye. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Yeah, this is definitely a different way of doing these battles. Usually you kind of just do your own thing, but it looks like here we actually have more of an objective-based type of battle. Which I like. It does keep the game a bit fresh. Dynasty Warriors can get...
This battle has always been about imposing Yuan Shu's will. And who opposes shall mock us as his puppets.
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors, while it is a very simple game, it can get very dull.
And those who fight for us. That is both our duty and our pride.
So that's why a battle like this is actually a bit refreshing. Is something else to do that isn't just find an enemy officer, defeat him, and move on.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Damn it all! Have to find another route!
Take this.
Take this.
This is bad. The enemy stands strong as ever. We must destroy the bridge as soon as possible. Take this. Got this. The enemy officer has been defeated. Looking rough. Gotta be quicker.
This officer bows before the might of the Sun family.
Looking rough. Take this.
Keep that spirit
The
up.
enemy officer has been defeated.
So I guess we take this garrison next.
Counting on you. Concentrate.
One down. Many more to go.
Take this.
I expected the enemy's officers to be more skilled than this.
Oh, okay, so we just gotta take the garrisons. So now I gotta take... Oh no, the other one's already been captured, so let's see what we gotta do now.
Everything's going to plan. Now the enemy has no way forward.
Good eye. I'm counting
The enemy
on
officer has been defeated.
I'm counting on you.
Okay, so the reinforcements are completely cut off.
Good work. Now the enemy's reserve units have no way to reach us.
I cannot tell if they are daring or just plain crazy.
Victory is at hand. Keep up the pace.
Oh, that was a new line from the Wanderer.
The enemy cannot be allowed to reach the gates. Defend this post haste.
Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this.
Yeah, it teams me up with Sun Shenjiang a lot, which I'm fine with.
Challenging to battle.
Shenjiang is one of my favorite Dynasty Warriors characters. That she's a redhead. I do love me a redhead.
Resistance is futile. Just the right time. Quickly, lend us a hand.
Bring him down.
Prepare yourselves. Efforts from here on out are absolutely essential.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
True warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
Power alone is insufficient for a comeback. The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Defeated an enemy officer.
Take this.
Oh, fairly quick battle.
We have taken control of all the garrisons. The battle is done. For the sake of Liu Zhang's people, surrender!
So I must swallow my pride to prevent more blood from being spilled. If I truly fight for the people, then surrender is my only option. Ah, I see. So that is what you're after.
I wish we had Choo-Choo's weapon from Dynasty Warriors. Oh yeah, Dynasty Warriors 7 and 8. He had a really cool, unique moveset. A backhanded, or not backhanded, a reverse grip sword moveset was really cool. Too bad we don't have it in this game. We only have the reverse sword stance.
I have nothing more to say to you. Strike me down, but make it quick.
We didn't come here to kill you. Just give up your position as governor. That's all we want.
Huh. So the tiger cub turned hunting dog has learned to covet power in the same way as his master, Yuan Shu. Lord Sun Jian would be so displeased.
Thinking about how my father would have viewed this won't change a thing. But I can tell you one thing I know for sure. I'm not fighting this battle for Yuan Shu. I'm fighting in order to achieve my own goals.
Oh?
I came here, ready to fight to the end with pride in my heart. There's nothing you can say that'll change that. I am the son of Sun Jian, the Tiger of Jiangdong. And no battle of mine will ever bring shame upon his name.
Interesting. Well, son of the House of Sun, you're the winner here. If you won't cut me down, then I will hold my tongue. The land of Lu Jiang is yours.
How infuriating! He spared Liu Kang's life and now seeks to take the title of governor for himself. Sun Ce's insolence is growing tiresome. I take my eyes off him for one moment and this happens.
Lord Yuan Shu, do you plan on allowing him to claim the governorship of Lujiang?
Of course not! If I did that, who knows what he might ask for next? Someone else will be made governor of Lujiang. Tell Sun Ce that he will be given 1 battalion for his trouble.
Yes, sir.
I am sure it is obvious, but I have no intention of actually giving him a battalion. I just need to keep stringing them along. What would I do if my juiciest fruit rolled away?
Okay, we have full contributions to Sun Ce. I gotta see what I have to do next. Looks like I gotta go over there. Let me see if there's any new weapons, and then continue on the story. See, I've always loved the characters of Wu. I've always loved their history, and it was actually never described or mentioned at all in the game in Origins. But Sun Jian, supposedly, historically speaking, Sun Jian is apparently a descendant of Sun Tzu, the guy who created the art of war. I've kind of always leaned more towards that just because, Sun Tzu is, very well... I mean, anyone and everyone knows Sun Tzu, apart from the memes that people make with ending it in Sun Tzu's tones and such. So the other thing, too, is I just love the color red, and Wu is all about red. I mean, if you have noticed, every single character, or not character, well, yeah, every single character in general, you'll be able to tell which faction they align with just based on their colors. If someone's wearing green, you'll know that character's associated with Liu Bei. If anyone's wearing red, with Wu then, or Sun Tzu, Sun Quan after that, but Wu is anything red. And then, of course, anyone wearing blue, purple, that's mostly means they're associated with Cao Cao. So it's a good way to kind of tell who's who. But yeah, Sun Jian's supposedly being a descendant of Sun Tzu's.
Shang.
Pretty cool.
Saw seems a little different these days, don't you think?
Yes, it's like he's found his sense of purpose. You can see it in his face. I know a lot has been going on recently, but I wonder if something happened.
Maybe. Either way, nothing would make me happier than knowing he has decided on his plan for the future.
Right. Agreed. Seeing him like that brings back such good memories. I can't help but remember those times back in Changsha.
Yes. The father was still around then, along with Zhou Yu, Huang Gai, and the others. I want to return to times like that again as soon as possible. Let's do whatever we can to make that happen.
Sorry to come in uninvited. I actually have something I need to ask of you. I need you to go and meet Zhou Yu in Danyang, and to tell him that we are ready. I don't want Yuan Shu to know about this until the message is delivered. If he sees Shancheng or Chuen going, he'll know we're up to something. I knew Yuan Shu's intentions from the beginning. As long as we're in his service, we'll be stuck doing his dirty work. Father said we need to be prepared to ally ourselves with beasts if we wanted to keep the Imperial Seal safe in such times. But while we're mere servants of that animal, we won't achieve anything. We must have the resolve to walk our own path, on our own feet. It's a matter of pride. I'm counting on you. You must bring Zhou Yu back with you. We cannot start without him here.
Okay, so this is a battle.
You want to know if I...
So it looks like I still have to choose the Force, I would say, but it's pretty obvious. Since I can't do anything more with Cao Cao and Liu Bei, I can't continue Cao Cao's story, which Chapter 3 he would be housing the Emperor. That's kind of a thing between Cao Cao and Liu Bei, so I don't know what that story's like, since obviously I am now enemies of Cao Cao and Liu Bei. Might as well just continue with this story, see how it pans out, and how much further we got before we can do Battle of Xiaopi. Battle of Xiaopi Castle, which is fighting Lu Bu. And then from there, how much longer till we get to the final battle, which is at Chirbi, which is Sun Jian, or not Sun Jian, it's Sun Quan and Liu Bei allying with each other to take out Cao Cao's fleet. It is a fleet-based battle, and I'm wondering how that's going to pan out. Hopefully it's not like every other battle Chirbi in previous titles. But I'm guessing this battle is just to bring the Sun family back together, so that way Sun Ce can move on to establish Wu. Or at least get a foothold for that.
They said he would send a messenger, but I hadn't imagined it would be you. I have a rough grasp of the situation already. Sun Ce and I have exchanged messages at every opportunity. Everything is ready on our end. We've all been waiting for this moment. I'd really like to move out immediately, but... Don't be rash. The enemy has eyes around the inn. We can't be sure if Yuan Shu has caught on to Sun Ce's plan or not, but I am certain that he is wary of us contacting each other. That's why I've been extra careful to send my letters to him in secret. But now... now that Sun Ce is prepared to be independent from Yuan Shu, I suppose secrecy is no longer required. All right. I guess it's time to follow his example and find the courage to charge through enemy lines. We'll make it together. Back to Sun Ce.
Okay, this is a very linear map. I expect it to be pretty filled with action.
I have no intention of stopping here. I will fight for the sake of my comrades. If you choose to stand in my way,
The enemy officer
then prepare for battle!
Concentrate.
Send word to our allies. Prepare for pain. Tell them to bolster the ranks and stay vigilant. All my might.
Okay, so it's just me and Zhou Yu.
Looking rough. Prepare for pain. Let's get serious. This'll do.
Man, that's a really cool move.
Good eye.
I see
The enemy
you further
officer
hone your skills.
has been defeated.
Let us continue on.
It was almost like a battle of 5 gates type thing.
Do they think they can stop us with such a pitiful resistance? Take this! We shall make short work of them.
Turn the tables.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now, prepare yourselves. That's it. Looking rough.
enemy officer has been defeated. You gotta be quicker. Take this! Time to attack! Whoa. Take this! Looking rough. I see it. Whoa. Can't believe it. The enemy officer.
There it is, Crescent Blade. That's definitely gonna be my go-to weapon for a time. It is one of my favorite weapons in the game.
Tenacity. But this is where you meet your doom.
Definitely have to do rage here.
They're attacking from all sides simultaneously. Sacred Perfect has to time our counterattack perfectly. Time to act. Can't believe this.
Hopefully this hits some more enemies.
Lord Yuan Shu's will is absolute. You should fall back while you still draw breath.
Alright, let's switch to Zhou, see what the staff is like.
For the warning. But this route is worth risking life and limb for. This is a ferocious.
Oh, look at that! That's actually his Musu attack from Dynasty Warriors 6 and 8, I believe. Oh, that's pretty cool. They turned the original Musu attack for the staff into a battle art. That's pretty cool. That used to be a Musu attack, and now it's a battle art.
Proper strategy can overcome.
That's the other thing too. From Dynasty Warrior 6, Zhou Yu used the spear in that one. Obviously, he's always used a spear, but this battle art right here, this one here,
This'll do.
that actually used to be the original Musu attack from Dynasty Warrior 6. So it's pretty cool to see it back, and just like with the staff, turn it into a battle art. Okay, looks like they're automatically destroying them. Okay, so I don't have to order them too. That's pretty neat. That, I mean, obviously, if you've played the earlier Dynasty Warriors titles, yeah, you'll get those references for those moves. So it's really cool to see them come back, because I've always loved those two Musu attacks in particular, from the staff and the spear.
You have done well to make it this far, but you are clearly spent. You find the path ahead is only more grueling.
They had elite troops in reserve. But we are so close to our goal. This is the final obstacle. Let's do this.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
It's truly who forced me to die. You are fools to rebel against Lord Yuan Shu.
You needed only to serve, and you would have lived without strife. Challenge you to battle. My friend is not some pawn who merely follows orders. And I wish only to walk beside him towards the future. I have absolutely no reason to follow Yuan Shu.
Lord Yuan Shu will one day rule above all and grant us his protection. It is foolish to refuse such grace.
Man, I hate fighting chakram users. I can't telegraph their attacks for parries.
By example, without need for such airs and arrogance. I would rather stand by my leader's side and look up at him from below. That is how I want to live my life.
And that was a good combo.
Take this. All my might. Everyone now. Good eye. bastards!
The enemy officer.
You will suffer for going against Lord Yuan Shu.
Take this! Sacred protection.
Gotta be quicker.
I've been waiting for this.
Got you!
It was actually a pretty fun battle. You can't see it, but I have a slight grin on my face. This is just a fun battle. I'm just thoroughly enjoying this game.
The enemy officer has been defeated. I thought you might have worried yourself to death. But look at you. Healthy as ever.
Zhou! You're here at last. You sure kept me waiting.
What kind of greeting is that? Well, for better or for worse, you haven't changed at all.
Sorry. It just doesn't feel like it's been that long. We've been in contact this whole time, right? You were with me all along to keep me from losing hope. If it wasn't for that, I'd have eventually given up on so much of what we planned. Quan and Shanxiang's safety. Everything my father wanted for us. My dreams for our future. None of it would have been possible. Thanks for everything, Zhou Yu. We couldn't have done it without your help.
Well, imagine that. I was just about to say the same to you. Without someone to look after, I'd barely be motivated to get up in the morning. Sun Tzu, are you sure you're ready to do this?
Yes. I'm ready to do everything we've planned. I'm ready to give up the Imperial Seal. In exchange, I'm going to make sure everyone who belongs with us is able to return. And then, we're going to raise our banner over Jiangdong together. It wasn't the seal itself that my father wanted to protect. He fought for our kingdom, for our protection, and for the honor of our family. I will continue his quest to build a kingdom that can protect all that is good in this world. Are you with me, Zhou Yu?
Of course. I pledge to do all in my power, as your right hand. My lord, Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu has dispelled his doubts and discovered his path. Though lacking the wisdom of years, his spirit burns with unmatched fervor. If his small spark is guarded and given proper kindling, eventually it will grow into a great blaze. A blaze that will light up the realm, spreading hope to people with its warmth. Guardian of peace. If you believe that Sun Tzu is the hero that will bring an end to the chaos, then walk alongside him.
Unfortunately, it's not going to be Sun Tzu that moves forward. Eventually, not too long into his story of trying to establish the Kingdom of Wu, Sun Tzu does get killed in the Battle of Xuchang. I believe it's Xuchang. It's Sun Quan that eventually leads Wu, not Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu kind of just establishes the groundwork for Sun Quan.
Did it go well, Sun Tzu?
Yes. The Imperial Seal has been delivered safely. Yuan Shu must have been desperate to get his hands on it. He accepted all of our demands without a word of complaint. Now we finally got Huang Gai and the others back. And we're no longer mere tools for him to use.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. You seem happier than you were during our days guarding the seal.
Yeah. I do feel strangely refreshed. It must have been more of a burden on me than I thought.
Now that the authority of the Han is waning, the seal has begun to lose its value. Ridding ourselves of it now was by far the better choice. What we need for the road ahead is not authority. It is the power to survive among all of the other forces vying for supremacy.
Well said. I agree with you there. We are about to embark on a quest to establish a new kingdom of our own in Jiangdong. Would you be willing to join us? I'm sure Chuan, Shangxiang, Huanggai, and everyone else would be happy to have you.
Your strength is an essential asset for us. And both Sun Ce and I would like nothing more than to be able to fight by your side.
But we understand that this is a very big decision. One that will impact your future. Please think carefully before making your choice.
So it is pretty obvious that because of the way the story kind of unfolded in Chapter 3, well, throughout Chapter 3, we couldn't really talk to Liu Bei and Cao Cao to actually make decisions. So I think for this one, yeah, I was kind of forced into Sun Ce's because I wanted to continue his story, but I wasn't sure how far I would go before having to choose. But it is pretty obvious the only faction I can align myself with at this point is Wu.
Really? You'll join us? Thank you. You've made me a very happy man.
Yes, thank you. You've given us all so much hope. It's strange. The moment I heard your answer, my mind was suddenly filled with grand dreams for our future.
You're quite enthusiastic about this, Zhou. It's so good to have you with us. Together, we will build a kingdom of our own.